all I'm going to do in this episode is talk about who you should watch out for this weekend at Dover. That's about it. Hello there, everybody. I'm Eric, and welcome to Out of the Groove. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really feel like talking right now, but I'm going to make this as amazing as can be. So this week at Dover is the last race of the first round of the Chase. Only Martin Truex Jr. and Kevin Harvick have moved on. I've been saying this all week. It sounds like a broken record. So there's still 10 spots up for grabs. Chris Buescher, Tony Stewart, Austin Dillon, and Jamie McMurray are the 4 drivers currently on the outside trying to get in. They got 1 week to do it. Chris Buescher basically needs a win or he's done. Tony Stewart also probably needs a win, maybe a top 5. He could get lucky. Austin Dillon and Jamie McMurray, they just need a solid day and for other people to totally screw themselves up. That's basically the abridged version of what everyone needs to do this weekend. At least those on the outside. Those on the inside, just finish in the top 10 and you're probably safe. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, Joey Logano, they're pretty well set. They just need to get a good day. It's Dover. Just don't wreck. Don't get caught up in a big one down the backstretch. Just don't blow a tire. Don't blow an engine. Just have an all-around swell day. All you guys after Logano, Hamlin, Johnson, Chase Elliott, the Kurt, but the rest, y'all got to be a little bit more in your A game. You can't be doing like what Jimmy Johnson did at Dover earlier this year. You can't be breaking a shifter on a restart and cause a 10-car wreck. You're only allowed to do that on restrictor plate tracks. Seriously though, a 10-car wreck anywhere else is just unacceptable. So now that you know basically what needs to be done, let me tell you who I think is going to be the best at Dover this weekend. A lot of drivers say they like Dover. A lot of them say it's one of their favorite tracks because it's fast, it's challenging, it's only 400 miles. I just made the last one up. But a lot of drivers really do seem to like that track. Only a few, though, have really found good success there in their careers. Jimmy Johnson, that boy's got 10 wins there. 10 wins! That's 10 fingers! And even like I said earlier this spring, Jimmy Johnson was leading the race when he had a problem on a restart and ultimately wrecked. So, assuming the Hendrick cars are anywhere back to their old selves, like it looks like they kind of are right now, I expect Jimmy Johnson and maybe even Chase Elliott, who finished 3rd here in the spring, to run up front most of the day. But you gotta watch out for the JGR cars, and that includes Truex. Joe Gibbs Racing has been very strong on short tracks this year. Matt Kenseth won this race in the spring, so it's gonna be tough to beat the Toyotas on Sunday. While Dover is a mile long and it is a fast racetrack, it is a lot like Bristol in the sense that you can get caught up in a lot of other people's messes pretty easily, like we saw last spring. So while it's not a total wild card like a Talladega, it'll be interesting to see how these Chase drivers approach it, especially the ones who have a good cushion on points right now. Like I said, I expect Martin Truex Jr. to be good again, as that team really seems dialed in right now. I'm starting to regret maybe not putting him in my Final Four, but Kevin Harvick was really strong this last weekend at New Hampshire, got the win. He had struggles at Chicagoland, but still had a decent car. Like I said, I had Harvick winning the championship. I expect him to run well at Dover this weekend as well. I mean, where doesn't Kevin Harvick run well at these days? I'll be really interested to see how Kyle Larson approaches this weekend, as he is currently the 12th place driver in the Chase. He's 5 points ahead of his teammate and Austin Dillon, and he's finished 2nd here at Dover earlier this season. So hopefully that bodes well for the 42 team. Hopefully they don't have any major issues, and hopefully they can put a full race together, where they've had a hard time doing that a lot this year. They've had good cars, had good speed, had good moments, and they got their win in Michigan, but other than that, they haven't been able to really put together a full race consistently this year, and that's kind of what you got to do in the Chase. A lot of people I know have him moving on pretty deep in their Chase grid. I personally at least have him making it out of this round. But he's currently 12th, and so any major slip-ups could allow Austin Dillon, Jamie McMurray, maybe even Tony Stewart to take advantage of him. So, of course, as always, let me know in the comments who you think is going to win this race. Who do you think has the best cars? Who should we watch out for? Who's your dark horse? Who's your light horse? Is that even a thing? I always look off camera like that. There's nobody sitting over there. There's nobody else in the room right now. I hope. Ooh, I am tired. Other than that, there hasn't been that much news in NASCAR this week. People are keeping it pretty clean, keeping it fairly PG, so far early in the Chase. I mean, other than Richmond when people were mad at each other, but that doesn't matter. No one's wanting to throw helmets at each other. No one's wanting to throw punches at each other. No one's wanting to catch these hands. I don't know. Nobody's mad at each other yet. With elimination on the line this weekend, that could change. Is it too early to start looking ahead to the other rounds of the Chase? Round 2 of the Chase, when we go to Kansas, Charlotte, and Talladega, that's always a very interesting round. That's where the last couple of years we've seen some drama unfold. I'm pretty sure I said those out of order too. Do we go to Charlotte first or Kansas? Oh really? We go to Charlotte first? I didn't know that. The internet, man. Anyway, that's our show, keeping it short and sweet for your viewing pleasure. Go on and live your lives. Y'all have stuff to do today. I have stuff to do today. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Alright, thank you guys again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. New episode on Monday. I'll be reviewing the Dover race, all this stuff happening. Man, I'm talking like a robot right now because I've said basically all these things about a dozen times already. But you all know the drill. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday. You know, I don't go out in public like this. This isn't how I dress when I go out in public. I walked in. I was wearing the jersey. I went to a class and I came back to film this. And you know, I was like, you know what? I don't want to wear the jersey because it's just like Astros. And I know not all y'all are Astros fans, so I like pulled it out. And I'm like, boom, Matt Kenseth. But then I'm like, oh, not all y'all are Kenseth fans, so this is gonna be issue 2. So then I just plopped the hat on my head here because I'm like, who can't love regular show? Am I right? I mean, we're all excellent, right? We all